Have you ever wondered why some people have only a few close friends or sometimes none at all? In our modern world, which is obsessed with being social, this lifestyle is often misunderstood and unfairly judged. We are quick to apply labels, calling such people antisocial, losers, or assuming that something must be wrong with them. But is being alone really a sign of weakness? Today, we are going to challenge those common stereotypes. Psychology suggests that what we often mistake for social failure is actually a sign of higher standards, a more sensitive nervous system, and incredible self-sufficiency. It is not about being broken. It is about a unique and fascinating way the mind operates. Let's dive deep into the 5 rare psychological traits that prove a smaller social circle is not a flaw, but a powerful display of inner strength. The first trait that sets these individuals apart is having exceptionally high standards for their relationships. It is important to understand that this is not about avoiding people in general, it is about avoiding shallowness. This is a conscious, intentional choice of quality over quantity. In an age of likes and hundreds of digital acquaintances, these people ask themselves a difficult question: why waste precious energy on empty, meaningless interactions? They would much rather wait months or even years for a genuine, authentic connection than fill their time with insincere small talk. For them, solitude becomes a far better and more peaceful option than being in exhausting fake company. It is a rare ability to say no to social pressure out of respect for one's own emotional well-being. The second trait is rooted in biology and concerns the sensitivity of the nervous system. For many people, social interaction is a way to recharge, but for these individuals, it is like an intense cardio workout. It simply drains their social battery much faster than others. In psychology, this is often referred to as high social sensitivity. To be clear, this is not a dislike of people. Instead, it is a brain that functions at a higher intensity, processing every gesture, tone of voice, and environmental stimulus with much more detail. Think of it this way. While an average person might use 30% of their social energy during a gathering, a highly sensitive person might use 85% in the same amount of time. This massive gap perfectly explains why they need significantly more time in solitude to recharge their internal batteries. Solitude isn't an escape for them, it is a necessary technical service for their minds. Trait number 3 is what we call extraordinary self-sufficiency, or low social dependence. Most people are constantly looking for external validation to feel good about themselves. They crave praise, acceptance, and constant likes from the outside world. However, people with fewer friends build their lives on much more solid internal foundations. Their sense of self-worth flows from within, rather than from what neighbors or colleagues might say. They have the incredible ability to find comfort, entertainment, and inspiration within their own thoughts. There is a profound freedom in not being a slave to other people's opinions. When you do not need a crowd to applaud your every move, you can focus on what truly matters to you. This kind of independence can be intimidating to others, but for the individual, it is a source of immense peace. The fourth trait often has deep roots in a person's past. Painful experiences, such as betrayal or toxic relationships, teach the brain to exercise extreme caution. This is not paranoia. It is a natural, built-in defense mechanism. The logic is simple. Once trust has been brutally broken, the brain builds a higher wall around the heart to prevent future damage. This does not mean these people have closed themselves off from the world forever. It simply means that the gate to their castle is opened much more slowly and carefully. Anyone who wants to enter must pass a rigorous verification process. This protective wisdom is a rare trait that shields them from repeated hurt and allows them to maintain their peace of mind in a chaotic world. Finally, the fifth trait is a beautiful side effect of spending time in solitude: a much deeper inner world. When the noise from the outside world finally fades away, the inner voice becomes much clearer and more distinct. These individuals do not experience a void when they are alone. Quite the opposite. Their minds are filled with a rich imagination, sharp intuition, and a profound level of self-awareness. They often observe, think and feel things more intensely than those who are constantly distracted by social noise. When you have so much to discover and explore within yourself, surface level conversations can feel like a total waste of time. It is in these quiet moments that they achieve the mental clarity that allows them to understand life on a much deeper level. In conclusion, having only a few friends rarely means that something is wrong with a person. More often than not, it is evidence of a mind that operates with greater depth, sensitivity, and awareness. Solitude is not a hole that needs to be filled with just anyone. It is a sacred space where the strongest minds organize their internal world and build true, independent strength. So, I leave you with one final question to reflect on. What if solitude isn't a void to be feared, but a space where your character is forged and your true power is born? That is a perspective that changes everything. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for more psychology secrets.